Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to such a beautiful day today, and I think we have a beautiful world ahead of us soon, as our windows are going to be improving very soon. That Windows is, of course, Microsoft Windows. Who in here has read that Microsoft's coming out with a new version of Windows? A few of you. Okay, well, Windows is going to be reviewed next month and going to be updated to the new version, Windows 7, replacing the current version, which is called Windows Vista. Who in here, just curiosity, is running Windows Vista on their systems? Show of hands. A couple of you. The version before Windows Vista was Windows XP. Who in here is running Windows XP? Probably most of you. I know on my corporate laptop, I actually use Windows XP. And then there's probably a few of you, as I see over here, that are probably from the other camp that run a Macintosh. Who's in here as a Mac user? A few of you. The few 5 to 10%, yes. Well, for the 90 to 95% that run Windows, you've probably heard negative things about Windows Vista. Who would say that they probably heard it's slow, doesn't work well, it's buggy? Well, actually, a lot of that isn't really true. It's a lot of hype, hyperbole. However, slow was one thing that was very true. Windows spent a lot of time updating from the original version XP, which came out in 2001, and as a result, it basically got bloated. And with that, it ran very slow, especially on upgraded systems. Well, Microsoft came back and looked at what they had done, and over time has actually improved Windows Vista. But it's time for a new version, and that's what really Windows 7 is all about, and why I recommend that you upgrade your Windows-based system to Windows 7 when it comes out next month. Why? Well, here's a few reasons. As I have a screen, as you can probably see up here to my right. It's a lot faster. Not only is it faster when you turn it on, it's really fast when it turns it on. I know with my XP system, my corporate laptop, it takes 5 minutes before I can usably use my laptop. Things are going and going. With Windows 7, I'm actually able to use it within 30 seconds. Get online, check the net, do all that. It's very, very fast. In addition, it has cool things like what's called virtual XP mode, which actually lets you run real XP programs within Windows 7. So if you have a corporate product that is in XP, you can actually run it in an XP mode, and it's cool. Cool things, as you know, I work for Canon, automatic driver support. You can go over to your friend's house if you have a Windows 7 laptop, literally plug their printer in, hopefully Canon, and it just works. That is so cool. Even on a network, it is so easy. Device driver support is automatic and instant. Better built-in security. That's one of the things we all talk about, security. Viruses, malware, all these things are better on Windows 7. And I'll show you a few things in a moment why. It has built-in software. Microsoft themselves has now come out with a security suite that's free with Windows 7. And I think that for most users, especially personal users, it's all you'll need. Beyond that, it's fun. Cleaner, cooler, a lot more fun. So let's go into a little deeper on some of these things. Well, first of all, as I mentioned before, there's a virtual XP mode. This is going to let you actually run XP programs within Windows 7 seamlessly. It actually is a full licensed version that doesn't cost you an extra penny. It's built in. Device stage is what I mentioned before about drivers. First, you get these cool icons. For example, mice actually look like mice. You know what they are. If you have an MP3 player, the actual icon will show up. And for our Canon printers, the actual icon of the actual printer shows up. And what does this mean? It means now the things that your devices do, like a multifunction printer, are all accessed from one single menu. For example, here I can scan, I can print, or for our sake, buy ink by one click. You can go into Canon's website and we'll send you additional ink. These are really fun, cool tools built into Windows 7. And it's not just Canon. All manufacturers are working very closely to develop their drivers to match this. Another thing I love about Windows 7 is the fact that there's a default printer selection availability. This means that when I go from my home network to my office network, I have allocated a printer, or what I call set a default printer, for each environment. So when I move from one place to another, it knows which is my default printer. No longer, how many have ever hit print and realized, oops, that's not the right printer for this network, and it just doesn't do anything? No longer with Windows 7, you can select your default printer per network, different brands, and it works. It is so cool. I love this feature. Other things which actually move over from Vista but improve, which we're using today, our mobility center. It allows me, when I'm doing presentations, to be able to set things like the displays, turning on presentation settings, so knowing things like pop-ups from all my favorite little pop-ups don't pop up in the middle of a presentation. These are really cool features. Security is much better. What's great about security is the fact that it's now included, a free version of Microsoft Security Essentials is included with Windows 7. It's downloadable and it's free. Now there of course are more enhanced antivirus, anti-malware programs that are going to be available, but for the basic consumer, I think this is more than enough. I've been using it and it's really easy and cool and simple. And networking is even more fun. As you move around from coffee shop to home to office, it's really easy now to determine which networks are available, what their strengths are, and how easy it is to connect. And this makes it more simple and lets you know, am I connected, am I not connected, and what's going on with my networks. Also, backup is included, although also a carryover from Vista, more improved, making it easy to back up to varying devices, including network backup, which is becoming more popular as prices and we're all getting connected. Backing up on the network is even easier these days. If you do decide to upgrade to Windows 7, a cool tool Microsoft has built into their programs is something called Easy Transfer. What it does is it transfers everything but applications from one computer to another, making it very simple to copy your files and not lose anything, including music files, data files, pictures. You got it, it's going to transfer it. And it's a very simple process to do. And so if you're really concerned about how can I do this, it's built into Windows, so give it a shot. It is very easy. Applications typically will not transfer. Those you would need to reinstall. Now, what I talked about at the end was the user interface and how cool Windows 7 looks. Here's an example of a screen I just captured last night from my system. As you can see, the icons at the bottom clearly show my applications, whether they're open or closed. And for example, here I have 5 versions of Internet Explorer going, or 5 screens. I can actually scroll right over each individual screen to look at which page I want to see. It's very simple to see. Multiple documents in Word, multiple documents in Excel. It's just very cool and very clean. And last but not least, it's fun. Windows 7 is fun.